because it was made in what year, guys?
I don't know. But this is like the Versailles of Baltic states.
Yeah. It's so big that it couldn't be even fit in a picture.
Rundāle Palace, a masterpiece of Baroque and Rococo architecture. Rundāle Palace, situated in the southern part of Latvia, near the town of Bauska, stands as a testament to the grandeur and elegance of 18th century European aristocracy.
So this is the Rundāle Palace.
Often referred to as the Versailles of Latvia,
This is what
the
they
palace
call
is
the
a remarkable
Versailles
example
Palace
of Baroque and
the
Rococo
Baltic
architecture,
It's
reflecting
really
the cultural and
huge
political aspirations of its
palace
time.
in the middle of nowhere.
Historical background. The construction of Rundāle Palace commenced in 1736 under the commission of Ernst Johann von Biron, Duke of Courland, who was a favorite of Empress Anna Ivanovna of Russia. The palace was designed by the renowned Italian architect Bartolomeo Rastrelli, who also designed the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg. Rastrelli's design for Rundāle Palace was influenced by the grand palaces of France, particularly the Palace of Versailles, and aimed to showcase the power and wealth of the Duke.
And of course, what they use for like plates is china, and because china was mostly commonly used in some places before we had normal plates.
The construction of the palace was a significant undertaking, involving skilled craftsmen and laborers. The work progressed steadily until 1740, when Empress Anna Ivanovna died, leading to political changes that affected the project's funding and progress. Despite these setbacks, the palace was completed in 1768, although some parts remained unfinished. One of the most striking features of the palace is the Grand Gallery, a long vaulted hall that served as a venue for court ceremonies and events. The gallery's ceiling is adorned with a magnificent fresco depicting the apotheosis of Duke Ernst Johann, painted by Francesco Martini and Carlo Zucchi. The Gold Hall, another notable room, served as the Duke's throne room and is distinguished by its lavish golden stucco decorations and marble-like stucco walls. The Gold Hall was used as the Duke's throne room. The golden stucco decorations on the background of two-colored stucco marble, made by Johann Michael Graf, create a glamorous atmosphere indispensable for an audience hall. The ceiling painting, made by Francesco Martini and Carlo Zucchi, depicts the apotheosis of Duke Ernst Johann. The Grand Gallery served as a banqueting hall where tables were laid within the court's reception hours.
Really beautiful
It took
corridor
14
here.
years to restore the ceiling painting, whereas the work on the wall painting was discontinued in 1992 and was only resumed in 2010. The White Hall was initially designed as a chapel, but in the second construction period it was transformed into a ballroom. The stucco decorations on the walls depict different pastoral scenes as well as the four seasons and four elements of the world. The oval porcelain cabinet completes the staterooms. 45 Rocile consoles support a collection of Chinese and Japanese porcelain vases.
So it's called it would.
The porcelain cabinet is designed as a contrast to the splendor of the gold hall. The room displays oriental porcelain vases placed on 34 decorative consoles. Antechamber of the Duke's apartments. This room serves as the entrance to the Duke's private quarters. Its ceiling is decorated with laurel wreaths, a symbol of honor and victory, and the walls are adorned with religious paintings by Italian and Flemish masters. Rose Room. Dedicated to the goddess Flora, the Rose Room features a ceiling painting of Flora, surrounded by garlands of roses. Dutch Salon. Emphasizing artistic appreciation, the Dutch Salon houses paintings by Dutch masters, including Rembrandt's Simeon and Anne in the Temple. The room also displays 2 chairs presented by Duke Peter to the Church of Sati, reflecting the Duke's patronage of the arts. The Duke's sleeping chambers in Rundāle Palace were part of his private apartments and featured opulent interiors, including a state bed and various rooms with decorative elements like stucco and white ceiling decorations. These chambers offer a glimpse into the daily life of 18th century aristocrats, with artifacts like the Duke's chamber pot also on display. Reflecting Duke Peter's admiration for Italy, the Italian salon is adorned with Giovanni Battista Piranesi's engravings and a commode from Milan. Duke's Dining Room, Marble Hall. The Marble Hall, serving as the Duke's dining room, is distinguished by its stucco marble walls in gray and bluish hues. Busts of Duke Peter, Duchess Dorothea, and their daughters adorn the space, while the ceiling cove is decorated with blue festoons of flowers. Porcelain items from the Berlin KPM factory further enhance the room's opulence. Billiard room. Equipped with a billiard table and card tables, the billiard room was a space for leisure and socialization. The ceiling painting, depicting the Apple of Discord, adds a mythological dimension to the room's ambiance. The parquet floor, dating back to the 1760s, has been preserved, maintaining the room's historical integrity. The Duke's state apartments at Rundāle Palace in Latvia offer a remarkable glimpse into 18th century aristocratic life. Located in the central part of the palace, these 10 rooms were designed to impress guests and serve as the official quarters for the Duke of Courland, Ernst Johann Biron, and his successor, Peter von Biron. The Duchess's apartments at Rundāle Palace are situated in the western wing and offer a glimpse into the private life of the Duchess of Courland. While only 2 rooms are elaborately decorated, the remaining spaces are furnished to evoke her presence. Duchess's Boudoir. This intimate space features a shell-shaped niche with the palace's only stucco stove, crafted by Johann Michael Graf. The walls are adorned with brocade silk wall coverings depicting lace patterns and floral bouquets. A daybed, known as a Duchesse Brisée, occupies the niche, and religious-themed paintings reflect the Duchess's piety.
So this is the underground tunnel going to the garden.
The French Garden. Complementing the architectural splendor of the palace is the meticulously designed French Baroque garden. Covering approximately 10 hectares, the garden was laid out between 1736 and 1740, according to Rastrelli's design. The layout features a series of symmetrical paths, ornamental parterres, bosquets, clipped tree groves, and fountains, all arranged to create a sense of order and harmony. The garden's design reflects the principles of French garden design, emphasizing geometric patterns and controlled vistas. Rundāle Palace stands as a magnificent example of Baroque and Rococo architecture, embodying the grandeur and elegance of 18th-century European aristocracy. Its architectural features, meticulously designed garden, and historical significance make it a remarkable cultural landmark. Through ongoing restoration efforts, the palace continues to preserve and showcase its rich heritage,